fucking story here that we can look at, or should I just go through based Asmongold take on?
Then justification for having a political opinion that I disagree with. So, like, for example, like for me, I have no problem. Every single year, I pay a lot of money in taxes. Hundreds of thousands of dollars I pay in taxes, and I don't like it, but I don't complain. Because that tax money that I'm going at, yes, obviously, a lot of that money is going to fucking build bombs, and I don't like it. But some of that money is going to help the next person, who was me 10 years ago, living on food stamps, trying to survive.
I mean, motherfucker literally worked for the IRS, dude. He knows. He knows. He's right. He's absolutely right. This is 100% the exact same thing I talk about all the time with respect to, like, why I think it's a patriotic thing to do and why it's a good thing to do to, like, pay for your taxes.
That's the truth. Like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And why do I have that opinion? I would probably have a different opinion if I grew up very rich, and absolutely, well, maybe I would. And it would be harder for me to come to the opinion that I have now. But based off of my life experiences, this is where I've been led to. Then just...
Yeah, rich people suffer by paying taxes. What? I mean, I think people know that Asmongold doesn't come from like a super wealthy background, right? This take isn't bad, but Asmongold is king incel, especially when any topic about women. Dude, this is so wrong. Yeah, he does have like fucking anti-SJW adjacent takes, but he literally it's so wrong, dude. He's like pro sex work. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, I can't even like, dude, you are literally the most wrong person, dude. He's literally pro sex work. And routinely has good fucking takes. Yeah, because only women are sex workers.
17 months.
No, dumbass. But being pro-sex work implies that you have an understanding of feminism that is a little bit more advanced than the average fucking idiot that claims that they're fucking feminist. Okay? That's why. Even feminists are sometimes anti-sex work, aka swerves. That's the reason why I'm mentioning that. Dummy. Why do you think pro-sex work is the most feminist thing a man can be? Jesus Christ. Because hating sex work is literally rooted within misogyny. What the fuck? You rarely ever hear about the fucking horrible nature of sex work as it pertains to, like, you know, men working in sex work.
Boy.
I've had so many instances. I've seen so many instances where he's like gone against the grain and actually took a feminist stance. Sorry, I don't like men creeping over women. What? Sex work is men creeping over women? Sex work is degrading? Kind of seems like that's a personal fucking point of view that you have. I like that your personal... Like, your personal fifis are now something I should take as facts, dude. All fucking anti-sex work criticisms come from an anti-capitalist point of view, and it could be appropriate. It could be used against every fucking line of work. That's the third old account you've mauled it at? Asmongold on sexual harassment at Blizzard, good take. I mean, he's had so many fucking good takes. Maybe this one could be bad, but I think
you know what I'm saying? Twitter bio in a nutshell. Who cares about her Twitter bio? Like, just read what she's saying. If it's true, then it's true. It doesn't matter what her Twitter bio says. You go out and say, I was one of those women. My accident happened in 2013 at BlizzCon. And also, here's another fucking instance. How many of these women had these Twitter bios that you don't fucking like? And how many of them got fucking radicalized into this entire mindset because of the fucking harassment? How the fuck are you gonna get harassed by somebody and not come out of that as a fucking feminist? Think about it. This radicalizes people.
He's using feminist as a pejorative. I love Asmongold.
You have to think about where, like, put yourself in their shoes. Think about how they think.
Dude, it doesn't get better than that, okay? It literally does not get better than that. I'm serious. For a fucking sweaty gamer, that's it, dude. It's like, it's peak. I do think Asmon has good intentions, though. He absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I've seen so many instances where he could have, like, very easily just taken the fucking path that's easy to take and just be like, oh, yeah, fucking women bad, blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't. He just, like, stands against that. And I really appreciate it. Yes, dude. Yes. Here you go. Getting fucking... Baiting me until you get banned is also a life-threatening addiction, too. There, you got it. And I fucking gave it to you, okay? All right, let's get started. So, Activision Blizzard is being sued over frat boy culture and harassment. The video game giant Activision Blizzard is getting sued, as most of you have already heard about, okay? I'm not gonna look at the legal document. I found you because Asma mentioned you a few times. He's base as fuck. Thank you. The California Department of Fair Employment and Housing has filed an explosive lawsuit against Activision Blizzard for discrimination. Some of the details in the complaints are horrifying. Defendants have fostered a pervasive frat boy workplace culture that continues to thrive. In the office, women are subjected to cube crawls in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office, and often engage in inappropriate behavior towards female employees. Let's start. Male employees proudly come into work hungover, play video games for long periods of time during work, while delegating the responsibilities of female employees, engage in banter about their sexual encounters, talk openly about female bodies, and joke about rape. Another example, a female employee who worked at Blizzard Entertainment was assigned to a lower level, denied equal pay, and passed over for promotion, despite multiple factors that suggest she earned it. 1. High-rated performance reviews. 2. She generated significantly more revenue in her marketing campaigns than her male counterpart. And 3. She ran almost twice as many campaigns as her male counterpart. Despite her accomplishments, her male counterpart was invited to have monthly or weekly one-on-one meetings with the vice president. She was not afforded these same opportunities and, unsurprisingly, was passed over for promotion in favor of her male counterpart.
Gaming Frogs Unite.
Similarly, other female employees at Blizzard Entertainment were assigned to lower-level roles, denied equal pay, and further delayed or passed over for promotions in favor of male counterparts who lacked the same experience or qualifications, but who were friends with the male head of the unit. Interesting. Unheard of. Shocking. I'm being sarcastic. A newly promoted male supervisor delegated his responsibilities to his now female subordinates in favor of playing Call of Duty. Other male supervisors would refuse to communicate with female employees, going to their male counterparts for information. An Activision Blizzard spokesman sent me a lengthy statement calling the allegations distorted and in many cases false and referring to the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing as unaccountable state bureaucrats. Fuck yeah. I love when one of the most pro-corporate, neoliberal, shithole fucking states in the country is like, yeah, there's way too much here that we have to fucking actually file a lawsuit. And then the psychopathic libertarian lawyer that Activision Blizzard hires is like, these are unaccountable bureaucrats. No, I did not miss the suicide part. There's more. Okay, there's more to it. For the record, there are a lot of parts of the story that Jason, who is a great journalist, who's a great reporter, consistently putting out incredible work on this field, has refused to cover yet because it mentions names and because he hasn't been able to confirm it yet. So, you know. An Activision Blizzard spokesman sent me a lengthy statement calling the allegations distorted. The DFEH includes distorted and in many cases false descriptions of Blizzard's past. We have been extremely cooperative with the DFEH throughout their investigation, including providing them with extensive data and ample documentation, but they refused to inform us what issues they perceived. They were required by law to adequately investigate and to have a good faith discussion with us to better understand and resolve claims or concerns before going to litigation, but they failed to do so. Instead, they rushed to file an inaccurate complaint, as we will demonstrate in court. We are sickened by the reprehensible conduct of the DFEH. Yeah, they fucking hate Blizzard, dude. They just hate Activision Blizzard, I think. If there's one thing... Wait, there's a new JCS that just dropped? Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
At Hasanabi.
Oh my god, that's so perfect. That's so perfect. Right when, like, Valkyrie and I were gonna watch one, and I was thinking of, like,
with the best
videos to watch. Anyway.
Hussein and chat hassle.
This happened to me. I was harassed at work by a manager who pushed me against the register, called me awful names, got him fired, though, but I left after because the workplace became hostile. Okay, dude, you really want me to read the fucking suicide part? Dude, here. Motherfuckers, like, literally, just like, you want trauma porn more than anything. Yes, in a tragic example of harassment, trigger warning, suicide, and also sexual harassment. In a tragic example of the harassment that defendants allowed to fester in the offices, a female employee committed suicide while on a company trip due to a sexual relationship that she had been having with her male supervisor. The male supervisor was found by police to have brought a butt plug and lubricant on this business trip. Another employee confirmed that the deceased female employee may have been suffering from other sexual harassment at work prior to her death. Specifically, at a holiday party before her death, male co-workers were alleged to be passing around a picture of the deceased's vagina. Are you happy? There's a fucking particular reason why Jason did not want to cover this. Are you happy, chatter? You fucking made me cover the part of the story, okay? I was a contract employee for Activision and I'm a woman. This news is not surprising to me at all. I was told BS like, oh, you're our token woman. Having to listen to male coworkers make female sex noises, etc. Not the greatest look. Get back to Jason's coverage. The tragic suicide of an employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever on this case and with no regard to her grieving family. Yeah, oh, sure, dude. Workplace conditions that led about such trauma that she may or may not have been allegedly led to the point of suicide. But yeah, now the fucking lawyers give a shit about the person. I love that. Yeah, no bearing whatsoever, dude. Yeah, it's the fucking state bureaucrats that are doing the wrong thing by doing a fucking investigation so that there could be some accountability. God, I hate these fucking unaccountable state bureaucrats, man. My, oh my, what a devastating thing that the government is doing here. It's them who are wrong, not us. Why do these sound like Republican talking points? Because they're corporate lawyers that are defending a massive corporation against government interference. We'll look at the Alana video in a little bit, okay? The picture the DFEH paints is not the Blizzard workplace of today. Over the past several years and continuing since the initial investigation started, we've made significant changes to address company culture and reflect more diversity within our leadership teams. We've updated our code of conduct to emphasize a strict non-relation focus, amplified internal programs and channel for employees to report violations, including Ask List with a confidential integrity hotline, and introduced an employee relations team dedicated to investigating employee concerns. Wonder why they did that. Probably for no reason. So they let the guy them in the suit go just in November after years of abuse. Oh. One part of employment law that never made a lot of sense to me is that in a lot of cases, reinstatement is the main remedy. Most people wouldn't want to go back to the workplace where they were harassed or denied promotions or what have you. Yeah, that is weird. Especially after you successfully sued the company. Like, what kind of future are you going to have there? That makes no sense. We have strengthened our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion and combined our employee networks at a global level to provide additional support. Employees must also undergo regular anti-harassment training and have done so for many years. Truth is, I've heard several stories about sexism and sexual misconduct at Blizzard over the past few years. Needless to say, we'll be reporting more on this. If you work or have worked at Blizzard and would like to share your story and confidentiality, I'm at jasonschreier@protonmail.com. For the record, a lot of these companies that have these sorts of like hotlines for whistleblowers, oftentimes those very same whistleblower hotlines are used to punish the people who are blowing a whistle. It's a way to grab people ahead of time before it becomes a bigger problem. Activision Blizzard hires former Trump administration member once decried as bully.
11 months. Happy 30th birthday to you.
I wonder why the guy sounds like such a fucking right-wing reactionary psychopath when he was saying unaccountable state bureaucrats who have no care or consideration for a grieving family because they're doing an investigation that will perhaps bring accountability and a fucking shred of justice to the corporation that may or may not have factored in her suicide. I'm sure the family fucking hates that, dude. I cannot believe the prosecution. Your Honor, I can't believe the prosecution is making a grieving family's situation so much worse by detailing the nitty-gritty, gruesome details in how my client murdered the victim. Like, that's the argument that a fucking a defense attorney would make in a situation like this. That's the argument here. How dare you, sir? I'd love to know how much they spent to keep suicide under wraps until now. Anyway. Activision Blizzard reports new layoffs. Oh, the other part that was going on, the other part that I wanted to mention also is that Activision Blizzard made a fuckload of money and then they laid off 1,000 employees. That was another part of this that is like relevant to the story a little bit, okay? In the wake of news of layoffs at Activision Blizzard affecting between 50 and 190 employees, it's been reported that Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick could be set to pocket a payout of up to $200 million based on stock-related incentive clause in his employment contract. Best way to fucking do that, by the way. Like, best way to run businesses, by the way. Capitalism has never fucking corrupted or rotted the gaming industry to its goddamn core, by the way. No, this is how it works, boys. If you're incentivizing CEOs based on your stock performance, they're going to, they literally have a fiduciary responsibility to do this. They have a fiduciary responsibility to do this, and then also they have a profit incentive to do this, to lay off people. Now, I just want to take a look at something here. I don't know if this is true or not, but is it true that Bobby Kotick that we are hearing about right now, this Bobby Kotick, is it true that that Bobby Kotick is this Bobby Kotick? Wait, that says at Activision.com. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, dude. Are you telling me that the CEO of Activision Blizzard, Bobby Kotick, is right next to motherfucking Dr. Henry Kissinger on a famous book, a black book, owned by a particular individual that went by the name Jeffrey Epstein? Very interesting. Right underneath David Koch, too. Wow.
Poggers.
Listen, you got some real interesting individuals here, man. On that list. Why is his name spelled different? I don't fucking know. I mean, it literally has at Activision.com on there, so I don't know if it's... Someone in the chat said it's disrespectful to bring up Jeffrey Epstein because he's dead. Oh, that's a great callback, dude. Not as good as the top of the hour ad break that's coming right now, but hey, still a pretty fucking good callback, okay? Yeah, that's right. It's top of the fucking hour, boys. And what happens at the top of the hour? A 60-second ad break happens at the top of the hour.